Why do we call this formula normal form of a line? So we are going to learn about this, and we are also going to derive this formula quickly in this tutorial. Let's learn how. Let us take a straight line in a coordinate plane that passes through a point P and its coordinates are x, y. Now let's draw a perpendicular from origin on this line OQ. So this is perpendicular on this line, and let's say OQ distance is d. Then d is equal to x cos alpha. Alpha is the angle that this perpendicular is making with x-axis. Then d is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha. So this is known as the normal form of a line. Why normal? Because this perpendicular on the line, in mathematical term, this is called as normal. Okay, so if I have a 2D plane and I draw a perpendicular on it, then this perpendicular is known as normal on the 2D plane. So that's why it is known as normal form of a line. So this is normal. So this D, this OQ is normal to the given line. Now first thing we are going to do now is that we are going to understand how are we going to derive this formula, and then we will start the derivation. So let's recall it once again. We have a straight line that passes through PXY. OQ is perpendicular on this line, or we say this is the normal, and its distance is d, and this normal is making an angle alpha with x-axis. Now we need to derive this formula. It has cos alpha and sin alpha in it. So this means we need right angle triangle, either one or more than one right angle triangles to find cos alpha and sin alpha. Now we already have OQ, and let's say this point is R. So OQR is a right angle triangle, but x and y are not sides of this right angle triangle. Why? Let's draw a perpendicular from P. Let's say this is PS. So this is a perpendicular on x-axis. So this means OS is going to be x and PS will be y. So what I need is I need to form a right angle triangle so that x is a part of that right angle triangle, and same for y as well. So let's talk about x first. So if I draw a perpendicular from S on this line, we can always draw a perpendicular from a point to a line. So this is a perpendicular. Then let's call this point is T. Now in this right angle triangle, this angle is alpha, this is x, and let's call OT D1. Let's say this distance is D1, and let's say TQ is D2. So ultimately we have to find the value of D, which is D1 plus D2. From this right angle triangle, I can find the value of D1 in terms of alpha and x. So I will get this. Now to find D2, what I can do is I can draw a perpendicular from P on this line. Let's call it U. So this is a perpendicular. Now this angle is 90, this angle is 90, this angle is 90. So it means this is also going to be 90 degrees. So TUPQ will be a rectangle. So it means PU is also going to be D2. Okay. So QT and PQ will be of the same length. Now using this triangle, what I can do is I can find D2 in terms of alpha and y. How? In this triangle, this angle is alpha, this is 90 degree. Definitely this is going to be 90 minus alpha. But we know that PS is perpendicular on x-axis, so this angle is 90 degree. So that means if this angle is 90 degree and this angle is 90 minus alpha, then this angle PSU, so this angle is going to be alpha again. So using this triangle, I can find D2 in terms of y and alpha, and I will get this. And when I add D1 and D2, I will get this distance D, and my derivation will be complete. Now if you are able to understand this, then I would recommend that you should try to derive it on your own. Otherwise I am going to derive it for you, and let's do it now. So let us write down what all we have constructed. So we have drawn a perpendicular PS on OR, then ST is perpendicular on OQ, and then PU is perpendicular on ST. So let us write it down. PS is perpendicular on OR, ST is perpendicular on OQ, and then PU is perpendicular on ST. Let's now take this right angle triangle. So in right angled triangle OTS, we can see that cos alpha is base over hypotenuse, and base is going to be OT and hypotenuse will be OS. So OT is D1 and OS is X. So this implies D1 is going to be X cos alpha. So the first part is done. Now for the second part, we need to focus on this right angle triangle PUS, and this angle is alpha. How? Let's write it down. So we already know that in triangle OTS, angle OST is going to be 180 degree minus 90 plus alpha. So we have to subtract this angle and this angle from 180 degree to get this. So this will be 90 degree minus alpha. And now we know that angle PSO is 90 degree. This implies angle PSU will be angle PSO minus this angle, which is 90 minus alpha, angle OST. Angle OST, so this is going to be 90 minus 90 minus alpha, so this angle will be alpha. So let's now focus on this right angle triangle. So in right angled triangle PUS, let's try to find the value of sine alpha, which is perpendicular over hypotenuse. And for angle alpha, D2 is going to be the perpendicular and Y will be the hypotenuse. So this is going to be D2 over Y. So this implies D2 is Y sine alpha. So this is the second part. So we got the second part as well. Now all we need to do is, let's call this equation number 1 and let's call it equation number 2. Just add 1 and 2. So adding 1 and 2, D1 plus D2 will be equal to X cos alpha plus Y sine alpha, and we know that D1 plus D2 is D, so this implies D is equal to X cos alpha plus Y sine alpha, and that is what we wanted to prove. So this is how we derive this formula, which is also known as normal form of a line. So I hope the derivation is clear to you now, and if you really like this tutorial, then please share it with your friends and your classmates. Thanks for watching Mathemafia.